Muy buena gente, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos. Un segundillo. Vale. Vamos a cargar. Pues, tenemos un autoguardado que ya nos lo habilitaba guay. Vale, pues nada. Vale, básicamente nos toca ir a la superficie de Telos para encontrarnos con Badur, a ver si nos echa una mano para recuperar el halcón de ébano. La cuestión es y se embarca por el transporte.
Citadel Station, this is Admiral Carth Onasi of the Republic Cruiser Sojourn.
Admiral Onasi, this is Lieutenant Gren, TSF. We've been expecting you.
Gren, it's nice to know that TSF hasn't gone to shambles in my absence.
And how about you, an Admiral? You might change your tune after you see what the situation is like down here, Carth. I've got some bad news for you.
Well, it can't be that bad, Gren. I think Telos has already been through the worst.
The one you came all the way out here to pick up? Well, she managed to escape the station. We're not exactly sure how it happened.
Well, that's unfortunate, but luckily it still fits our plans.
Am I hearing this right?
I'll tell you more when I arrive, but the Republic has decided not to detain the exile and adopt a wait-and-see approach.
The exile? Then...
Like I said, we'll talk more when I arrive.
Looks like we will. I'm uploading the approach vector to you now. See you soon, Admiral.
Lo cual sí, básicamente somos el Jedi exiliado. Y es como se refieren a nosotros casi siempre.
Everyone hold on tight. We should be putting down in a few seconds.
Ah, perfecto, nos disparan por los lotes.
Grab onto something. This is about to get rough real fast.
Atom, confiamos en tus habilidades de pick. No confiamos tanto. No podemos confiar tanto, bro. El papu.
Good to have you back, General.
Cabeza, siento como si me lo hubieran partido entonces.
Easy now. You survived one spectacular crash. Lucky I was here to pull you and your friends out of that shuttle, or you'd be more than a little crispy. But it's only fair. I owe you more than one, General.
General?
You must be in shock from the crash. Have to expect some long-term memory loss from that. Too bad she's not a droid, huh? We can't all be that lucky. I'll humor you, General. I was one of the Iridonian mechanic corps that was at Malachor. Bayadur, I can see how you'd forget me, being that I was the only one. I'll agree to that. The less said, the better. We all went through some tough times after Malachor, and maybe we all did a little forgetting. Guess that's one thing we've got better than droids. They can't forget anything. But then you give them a memory wipe and they forget for good. They'll be fine. The pilot's more or less unharmed, and the old lady, well, she's tougher than she looks. You know, I never thought I'd see you again, General. Galaxy's a big place, and this is the last place I've ever bumped into you. So I have to ask, just what are you doing here? Got some news for you, General. That shuttle of yours is done for. Scrap.
Well, this is familiar. Feels like my last time on Telos.
Crashed the shuttle that time, too?
Nope, Pazak.
That was not the most pleasant landing I've endured. Next time we should perhaps seek out a more reputable pilot.
You're welcome, Kreia. You know, if I weren't such a crack pilot, we could have hit the shield wall or one of those rock faces.
Yes, our current situation is a vast improvement.
Beats me. No one's supposed to be here but a Zerka research team. I can't say they'd be happy to see us, but shooting us down? I can't imagine Zerka having us shot down by a bunch of scientists either. You know, I caught a glimpse of what looked like an AD tower when we flew over the compound.
Maybe
they're doing something they shouldn't be. I've seen pirate bases with the same sort of setup.
I can help you find it. I have access to the SHIELD network. I came hoping to repair whatever damage your shuttle took, but not even I can fix that wreck. We'll have to get back to the compound. It's the old Ithorian research station, turned into a salvage team staging area. It won't be an easy hike.
¿Por qué no?
First, there's a mercenary pursuit team looking for me. If Zerka secure the compound, there could be a lot of them out there. Second, there's all the Canucks.
Efectivamente, ¿qué es un
The
Canuck?
vicious wide-jaw predators the Ithorians imported from Duxon. They were meant to keep the herbivore population in check. Right. The Canucks ate them all. Now they'll eat anything they can catch, including us. Without the Ithorians to maintain the accelerated ecosystem's balance, everything here is falling apart. Zerka's killing the restoration project piecemeal.
Pongámonos en marcha.
That's the plan.
Uy, que nos vigilan los wire. Baudur, sonido del grupo. Cuenta con la aptitud especial de abrir y destruir campos de fuerza. Usa su actitud de interruptor el escudo en combate. Perfecto. Vale. Tengo que elegir a quién meter. Vale. Pues... Vamos a meter a la vieja. ¿Por qué? Porque la vieja nos potencia. Vale.
What's going on?
Vamos a hacer subidas a nivel a este señor. Bueno, podemos quitar percepción y podemos subir curar heridas. Esta va a venirnos bueno. Reducción de nivel, habilidades. Vale, vamos a ponernos nosotros. Vale, ahí tenemos el escudo.
The mercenaries have at least 2 hidden caches like this.
Vale. Vale, ni tan mal. Esos son los bichancios. Vale, estaría bien darle un arma a este señor. Ah, no, este señor lo que tiene es vigor. Este señor no debería ir a disparos, este señor debería ir a tremendos putiazos. La conclusión es que hemos ejercido tremenda dote. Vale, antes de que alguien se pregunte para qué estoy haciendo esta vuelta tan extraña, es para sacar bien todo el mapa.
Mercenaries, right where we need to go. That's sent. They were probably looking for.
Vale. Vamos a darle un poquito.
I will silence this one.
Vale. A ver qué vamos a pillar de los equipados. Vale, wow. Pues nada, tendremos que ir a patita.
Another sentry droid. The mercenaries must be using them to locate us. There's probably another patrol nearby.
hombre. Los gilis estos. Parece ser que verme.
Wait, bounty? Why is there a bounty on your head?
Es una larga historia, boludo.
I don't think so. You'll have to come through me if you want to take the general.
This shall not stop.
A ver, nos esquivamos.
Let's go.
Ah, vale. Porque un bicho me da una punta informática. Me dice que vamos a tener que ir para allá. Bueno, 60 cretas, ni tan mal.
I always feel a sense of calm when I walk the surface of Telos. The Ithorians are truly amazing in their work.
The force is strong here. Whether Chodo and his herd has anything to do with that is another matter. Can you feel anything?
Un susurro quizás, como la brisa entre la
That is
hierba.
good. As a breeze may swiftly turn to a gale, you are slowly beginning to be reopened to the force.
Guay.
Quiet. There's a large mercenary patrol up ahead. If we move carefully along the perimeter, we may be able to get by without their spotting
Vamos a
us.
arrestar
We
esos
could
capullos.
cross along the shore or head along the cliffs to the south. I'll follow close.
Vamos a... No sé yo.
You asked for it.
Vale.
How do you like that?
Perfecto, distancia.
This won't take long.
Vale, perfecto.
Yes.
Bueno. Espera. Vamos a montar primero la fuerza con la doña. Y ahora hacemos subida de nivel. Fue más subnivel. Ya vamos a subirnos esto. Está bonito. Vale, vamos a simplemente desactivar las minas.
¿Ya?
Vamos a hacer una subida de nivel a este men.
The mercenaries have at least 2 hidden caches like this.
Sí, me lo has pasado, compi.
How do you like that?
No. así. Pero me dará piezas o... Ah, una punta de seguridad, lo normal que te encuentras cuando te cargas un bicho, efectivamente.
Minefield ahead. We can pick our way through, or take the time to disarm some and clear a path. What's going on?
Yes.
Vale. Vamos a ver.
Sentry droid ahead. We've been spotted again. We're close to the compound, so they'll be getting ready for us.
Antes kremsochi norte heremben chokundido. Umramani kodos. Ching palamuni. Donina chiwa. Kota win. Porca no chawatama. No sokopaputa. Brentaba nin sucho.
You asked for it.
Esta señora tendrá... No, solo crédito. Bueno, espérate tú.
There's the
ahora
landing
los
pad.
directos.
There should be a computer terminal I can access from there. Looks like we're going to have to fight our way there, though. Look sharp.
Tiene pinta.
What do we have here? The Jedi. Saves us the trouble of looking for you.
Señor, ¿por qué te parece salida de un videoclip disco de los 80?
Maybe he does know what he's talking about.
¿Quién eres?
Fault hired me to keep everyone out of the restoration zone. You in particular.
¿Por qué? ¿Qué
A
llevas?
grenade with your name on it, Jedi. Attack!
This won't take long.
I will silence this one. This shall not stop us for long.
Pero señora, no corra usted para allá. creo yo que tengo aquí unos compañeros con la IA que son muy tontos. Pero muy tontos. Pero es que los otros dos están ahí caos, o sea... Mamones, sí. Bueno, mamones no, mamona, la señora. Vamos a darnos aquí... Aleluya. Vamos a inspeccionar los restos de estos subnars. Y vamos a dejar que esta señora se recupere. Bueno, vamos a acelerar. Perfecto. ¿Estás viviendo en serio? Ojo, pero... me estoy quedando en la putísima vieja.
Shall not stop us for long.
Take them down.
Pero esta señora, ¿por qué cojones se lanza tanto al mismo ataque, tío? Señora, ¿puede dejar de usted hacer la guerra por su putísima cuenta? Vale, vamos a ver. No, pero la vieja podría usar putas curaciones. La vieja podría usar cosas que hieran o maten. A ver, vamos a tener al sub noreste aquí pegándonos. Tenemos que estar repitiendo esto porque la puta vieja dijo... Yo tiro para adelante.
I hear you.
A ver, vieja Sugno. ¿Puedes dejar tú de lanzarte para adelante como los fabricantes? Venga, vamos a terminar la limpia de la zona.
The mercenaries have at least...
Sí, cabronica, pero señora, ¿puede usted no pisar las putas minas?
Minefield ahead.
Let us end this.
Pues nada. Vamos a guardar porque me la va a volver a liar la putísima vieja.
Sentry droid ahead.
انت سكريم صوتش
Vale, vamos. Voy a el escudito a la pava.
Let us end this.
Está usando el remoto. Señora, podría no curarse. Pedazo bicho. Aleluya. A ver.
There's the landing pad. Looks...
Vamos a ir eliminando a los minions. Vale. Cancelamos combate. Perfecto.
I hear you.
Pero que no, pero que no, pero que no se mueva usted, señora. Dios santo bendito. Si te digo yo que la señora toca más las narices que un niño chico. A ver, guardamos. Vale. Vamos a dejar que se nos recargue un poquito la fuerza. Bueno, no vamos a dejar que se nos recargue un poquito la fuerza. Vamos a coger. Let's go.
Let me handle this. What is it?
Madre mía, qué pesetos son los mercenarios estos de mierda, tío.
What is it?
La señora Kurna. Vale, trincamos estos. Vale, pillamos el filtro. De nuevo. Vale, pues vamos a montarnos muy rápidamente aquí. Bueno, no. A ver, vieja. A curar. Perfecto. A ver qué tienen por aquí estos pozos.
Hopefully I'll be able to access the Good, it's functional. And my passcodes still work. Now let's find your ship.
Ya que el condado no está en ningún punto con sanción gubernamental. ¿Por qué crees que la hallarán?
The TSF probably thinks the ship was put down in the wastes, but they don't know the planet as well as I do. Telos' atmosphere has been turned into acidic vapor. Landing a ship in the wastes would be like sealing it in a hangar full of hungry Minocs. So that means there's probably an unsanctioned landing site somewhere on the planet, still shielded, but not a restoration zone or other listed facility. That's why I need access to the SHIELD network. Here, a small anomaly in the SHIELD network's power grid. I'm not surprised the TSF didn't spot this. It's subtle, more like an error or random flux than anything suspicious.
¿Eh?
It looks like power is being drawn to generate a shield over a small area in the polar region, but nothing should be down there. Orbital cameras show nothing, just an empty mesa.
We should investigate this. I feel this is the best bet of finding the Ebon Hawk.
Vamos a llegar a la región polar.
That's a little tougher. According to the computer, a shuttle is currently docked inside the research facility. At least there was at last report, though that was months ago.
Así que no sabemos si la lanzadera sigue
I don't, but that's not going to stop me. I'm getting back to Citadel if I have to build a new ship
Vale,
myself.
vamos a buscar.
There's one other small problem. Recently, Zerka teams that were sent into the military facility have not been coming out. But it's not as though we have any choice.
Vamos. Pa. Granada de veneno, pa. Eso está bonito. Está bien simpaticón. Perfecto.
Let's go. Let's get this over. This arm of mine isn't just for show, General. Stand back. The Zerka mercenaries were a little surprised when I broke my way out of my holding cell. The shields there were even weaker than these. After you.
Perfecto. Piratear, desactivar. Crear mapa.
Feels like poison.
What is it?
Let's go.
You have grown strong in the Force. I can feel its touch upon you. Do not let the higher mysteries blind you to others. Turning away from that which tempts you or causes you fear is not strength. Facing it is. I have seen you display many acts of mercy, charity in our journey. Why? Even if it weakens those you help, even if it robs them of the strength needed to grow, you have been chased, hounded since our first meeting, and it has only made you stronger, more capable. Ah, then you have learnt nothing. From such small things, from such critical points, the universe and its masses may be moved. That is why you must be careful in all that you do, and in every choice you make. Aiding them gives you strength by taking on their challenges, but weakens them. If that is your choice, then use their dependency, feed upon
Esta
it
señora es una
until you
buena
have
gente, ¿verdad?
exhausted
No,
them. Then leave them. And I would view the ones you travel with much the same way.
Son compañeros reales y no voy a hacerles nada.
So you may think. But it will be best to strike first. Your allies are allies by circumstance, and they will not hesitate to do the
Esta
same to
señora,
you
fechada de la
if you
amabilidad.
continue down your path.
Punto de la luna sana frente a ver la querella. Espectacular. ¡Oh! 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 Vale, este medio destartalado. Quiero recordar quién iba. Señor con capucha y mascarita. Veremos. Correcto.
I have felt it too, my lord. A disturbance in the Force.
Con capucha y mascarita, papu.
It was difficult to make out, my lord. At first it was such a quiet thing. I did not notice it, but now I wonder as if it has always been there. I merely could not hear it before. The sound built so slowly, yet when you listen for it, you can make out the strains, even over the background life of the universe. Do you feel it is a... You are the darkness in which all life dies, my lord. All life exists to feed your power. And my life is yours. I beg you, please, let me die.
Diciendo va a ser que no, socio.
Yes, this disturbance echoes through the Force. I can follow it to its source and bring it to you. I will leave at once, my lord.
Feels like prison.
Pero señor, pues tenemos.
This won't take long.
Vale. Oh. Vale, pues por aquí solamente podemos ir para adelante.
How do you like that?
This shall not stop us for long.
Vale, por aquí no se va. Vamos a pillar. ¡Oh! Hay cositas.
Let's go.
Cuatro torretas, 2 droides. Perfecto.
There she is, one orbital shuttle. Looks like it's in serviceable condition. That's all a moot point, though. The hangar bay doors are closed. I don't fancy flying the shuttle through solid. We'll also need to find the ignition codes for the shuttle. If we get all that, I wouldn't worry about what shape this heap is in.
Vale, perfecto, caballero. Vale, pues ahí le investigaré. Ay, pero que sí. Que no me quería meter en la bandera, bro.
Let's go.
Hombre, esto ya va a ser una buena mejora. Un segundo. Abrir puertas. Perfecto. Vamos a tener que seguir penetrando hacia el fondo. 3, 2, 1. Pero, mira, solamente hay uno. A ver, el descargo otro te joder. Bueno, por fortuna solo hay un droid. Señor, nos van a empezar a disparar. ¿Podemos hablar después? ¿Podemos hablar después?
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita, ta bosananansata. Tonata biasdvi. Creking.
Focus.
Yeah!
fallen.
Hay que seguir para allá. ¡Corre, vieja! Y no podría usted puto quitarse. Gracias.
Let's go.
Solamente hay... Ah, no, hay dos.
Let's go.
Estamos subiendo niveles. Ese está bonito. Vamos a hacernos una suite de nivel así, todas risas. Ah. Oh. Esto poder. Perfecto. Ahorita vamos a quedar muy fuerte.
How do you like that?
I hear you.
This won't take long.
Perfecto. Me dan restos, tío. ¿Qué me parece? Pues vámonos en la lanzadera.
Statement. We have arrived too late. The target has evaded us. We must pursue it. Observation. They have likely escaped aboard the orbital shuttle that has been docked here. The Bay Control computer likely will have a record of their departure. Query. Have you discovered anything about the shuttle's course? Answer. I have managed to track the shuttle's movement across the SHIELD network. However, the SHIELD network does not stretch over the polar region, which was the shuttle's apparent destination. Statement. Dispatch a unit to the polar region with the last known coordinates and approximate path of the shuttle. They will not escape us again.
Well, this can't be any worse than last time. So that's the hole in the SHIELD network, huh? Doesn't look like much to me.
Podemos tener aterrizajes tranquilos, tío.
You've got to be kidding me. It's not my fault.
Prepárense para...
Egotistic praise. An excellent shot, even with the prevailing winds. I couldn't have done it better myself. Field assessment. I picked up on the heat forms of the Jedi and his allies. Activate the mines and prime the self-destruct sequences. Relieved statement. Oh, Jedi, it is good to see you intact. We were concerned that shooting down your shuttle would damage you irreparably. Quick clarification, but now that we have found you, we hope that we can facilitate communications. Unnecessary addendum. And put an end to hostilities. Unnecessary clarification. We merely wish to cripple your vessel. Once we tracked your coordinates, we were able to deploy several droids in this location. Probing query. We are, however, curious as to why you chose to come to the remnants of the polar Telos irrigation system. There is nothing here that our instruments can detect. Eager threat. But we are looking forward to extracting your motives for coming here when we place you in torture restraints.
Son gente muy simpática.
Self-evident answer. Wherever you try to run, we will be there, armed and ready. Rhetorical query. So the query you have posed to us is one we put to you. What are you doing here, we wonder? Chiding statement. Oh, Jedi, there are as many of us as are needed to capture or kill our targets. Egotistical boast. And there are far more of us than any one Jedi. Destroy one of us, and more shall rise from the wreckage. Unnecessary threat. And our attack protocols are more than a match for you and your allies.
Espera que diga. Vale.
Optimal. You receive ratio systems failing. Optimal accuracy.
Just say the word.
Egotistic praise. An excellent shot, even with the prevailing winds. I couldn't have done it better myself. Field assessment. I picked up on the heat form.
Vamos a ver si...
Relieved statement. Oh, Jedi, it is good to see you intact. We were concerned that shooting that quick
Vale. Vamos a... dejarlo al 11.
I hear you.
Yes.
I hear you.
A ver.
Egotistic praise. An excellent shot, even with the prevailing winds. I couldn't have done it better myself. Field assessment. I picked up on the heat forms of the Jedi and his allies. Activate the mines and prime the self-destruct sequences. Relieved statement. Oh, Jedi, it is good to see you intact. We were concerned that shooting down your shuttle would damage you irreparably. Quick clarification. But now that we have found you, we hope that we can facilitate communications. Unnecessary addendum. And put an end to hostilities. Unnecessary clarification. We merely wish to cripple your vessel. Once we tracked your coordinates, we were able to deploy several droids in this location. Probing query. We are, however, curious as to why you chose to come to the remnants of the polar Telos irrigation system. There is nothing here that our instruments can detect. Eager threat. But we are looking forward to extracting your motives for coming here when we place you in torture restraints.
Yeah. Vale.
Yes.
More where that came
Vamos a intentar aquí hacer...
Just say the word. More where that came from. Let's settle this. More where that came from. I hear you.
This shall not stop us for long.
It's failing, Master.
Vale, aquí ya van habiendo cositas. Pues nada, a explorar la parte de arriba de esta meseta, porque va a haber cosas que explorar ahora. Pero Jesús, es solo una meseta. Es solo una meseta. Ya está viendo hay un pequeño montículo, ¿no? Ahora trapicharemos con el montículo. Porque ahora se viene esta parte. Uy, que el montículo tiene una puerta, tío. Yo pensé que la nave se la había llevado alguien de cerca o algún de intercambio. Porque no me acordaba de que tocaba esto y que aquí había que venir por la nave. Pensaba que simplemente algo atraía la nave hasta aquí, pero no recordaba lo de esta señora. Jesús, ¿podrías pasar de...? Sí, pero no quiero pasar del mapa. Ay, una señora vestida de blanco. Bueno, espérate, que ya seguimos.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed.
¿Quién eres?
I will not warn you again. Drop your weapons, or we shall take them from you.
Do as they say. I sense we will come to no harm. The loss of your weapons shall be a temporary thing only, and it is necessary. There is much to be gained here without violence.
En el juego de momento.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell? I mean, why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes. It bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the Academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What? What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deep, deeper to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Ah, with the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? Ah, and there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atten. If she is a Jedi, she will forgive. And if she is not, she will not care.
You can't tell her. Please. I'm asking you. I don't want her to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this woman we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve her until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scowl like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Dejaric can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason. And now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approaches.
La escena con estos dos. No me acordaba, la verdad.
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why? Your concern is noted. Your friends have not been harmed. They have been detained for their safety. I find it unusual that you are traveling with others again. I had thought you had forsaken the company of others after the war. Or is that why you are here? Yet here you are. Perhaps you do not know yourself as well as you think. Regardless, your arrival here begs an explanation. Have you come to face the judgment of the Council, as you did so many years ago? Are you finally willing to admit that we were right to cast you out? You presume much. The Force does not guide your movements, not anymore. Its connection was lost when you fell. Perhaps you feel that the Force also led you to the Mandalorian Wars as well, but in truth it only led to your exile. You and all the Jedi who followed Revan caused the Jedi Civil War. It was because the need to wage war burned within you. The Jedi Order asked only for time to examine the Mandalorian threat. They urged caution, patience, and you defied them. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were a Jedi no longer, and so you were exiled. There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. Your words, your defiance, and when you stabbed your lightsaber into the center stone. I have kept, so I would never forget. Indeed, a lightsaber is the mark of a Jedi. When you turned your back on the Order, it was not yours anymore. I have always kept it, as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never forget your arrogance or your insult to the Order. Become a Jedi again? That is a thing far out of reach. But I am not unsympathetic to your feelings. Leaving the Order must have been difficult for you. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice. So your choice was to meet the aggression of the Mandalorians with more aggression. That is not the Jedi way. Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, by serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war, and it sent a terrible echo through you. And because of it, you and those Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way, and you turned on us. Without you and the other fallen Jedi to support them, to feed their lust for war, Revan and Malak's crusade would have been over before it began. I know you betrayed the Jedi teachings. All that you had been taught you threw at your feet, crushed them beneath your heel. The Jedi teachings require we examine our actions. Acting without reflection is not our way. There was no guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite. A physical victory perhaps, but the real victory lay in... Do not twist my words. A physical victory is not the only victory, or the only loss. You do not know... How dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been your grave, and Malachor 5 is where you should have died.
Oh.
What? What do you mean? You're wrong, just as you were when you defied the Council. I tire of fighting with you. You lust for war, and you always will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my questions. So answer me. If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then why are you here? Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you are admitting to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility. An accident. Something beyond your control. You have not changed. Acting instead of thinking. Putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi. Do you know what you have done? Without the fuel from Paragus, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet and its destruction will echo across 20 other worlds. Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the Republic will not finance another. The other Rim worlds, devastated by the Sith, will remain graveyard worlds, devoid of life. And that is the magnitude of your crime. So you still hold to your flawed convictions. If you think to anger me, you are wrong.
Oh, no,
how is it that you are not
internet.
content to confine your ruin to yourself? You must spread it to others wherever you go. Ruin yourself with your actions if you will. But when your actions bring harm to others, then you must answer for it.
Es una culpa por... Tienen perderos a destruir a los Sith.
The Sith? What do you mean?
Los Sith han vuelto y están cazando todos los
You
perderos.
speak truly. You have encountered the Sith. I can feel the scars on you. Tell me, where did you encounter them?
Vinieron por mí imperagus para matarte.
Paragus? What would they want there? They can't have been looking for you.
Los Sith me quieren en el último de la ciudad.
You? If they thought you were Jedi, the teachings of the Sith blind them indeed. I am the last Jedi, not you. You betrayed our teachings, our beliefs, the very core of the Jedi Order. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon realize their mistake. And if you escaped, they most likely let you go to see if you would lead them here.
No creo que me
We shall see. For now, the perspective on your situation has changed. I have your ship. I will return it to you. You must leave here before you place us in jeopardy. You offer your aid after turning your back on me, on the Council. The Jedi is not something you embrace out of fear. The commitment is stronger than that, something you never seem to understand. Perhaps. But if you help me, it cannot be done from here. There are others in the galaxy who may help us against a Sith threat. If you can find them, gain their trust, perhaps our defenses shall be stronger for it. Take your ship, seek them out. If you find them, encourage them to gather on Dantooine. From there we can call a council and see what can be done. Then I shall send you on your way. It is now time for you to depart.
We shall remove her, mistress. Come with us. Are you all right, mistress?
The exile reminded me of something. I had forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile, I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Was she important to you once?
We all have our heroes, and when we watch them fall, we die inside. She made a choice once, and I did not. The day we judged her, I stood in the chamber, and she was so right. She was so certain of it. I doubted myself, but not now. She will never make me doubt myself again. But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
Hay cierto colorcito rojo, ¿no? Ah, sí, choices. ¿Vamos a forzar la entrada del asta? No, no podemos. Bueno, ahora en un ratillo a las 1:30 iremos cortando con el fuego para revisionar el State of Play y ver un poco
Why
lo que...
have you approached? You will find them in the main... The particle emitters there that once governed the flow of water to Telos. They were caged for their safety until we could determine your intent, exile. Your companions gave us little trouble, however. He has had some Echani training. He masks it well, but when you are in danger, his mask dropped into a stand. You are the one who is mistaken. It requires you know what to look for. I do not know. The Echani forms are known to be taught to military special forces throughout the galaxy. If the source is a mystery to you, perhaps you should ask him. It would be wise to... Your ship is stored in the hangar. Atris has given you permission to leave this place, and permission to return if you remain in her service. You may... The mystery... She's meditating, and she does not wish to be disturbed. She leads us. As she rebuilds Telos, she rebuilds the Order, and through them, the galaxy.
Buenas, mister. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo piensas
We
hacer eso?
serve the Jedi. We do not question them. Yet, Atris has told us that the work here at Telos may pay for similar efforts in many worlds along the Rim that were destroyed when the Jedi turned on each other. She has said the Jedi Order needs such a foundation if it is to rebuild.
Oh, okay.
She faults the teaching of many of the Jedi
¿Qué ibas a
Masters as
preguntar?
the spark of the Jedi Civil War.
Sí,
Atris has
de hecho
said
la sigo en...
that if Revan and Malak had been properly instructed in
La
the
sigo aquí
ways
en
of the
Twitch.
Jedi, they never would have fallen, and nor would you, exile.
Sí, la sigo en Twitch y en Instagram por... Alguna raid creo que le he hecho. Ah, guay. Considera como adecuado.
That is unknown to me. I have never observed Atris to teach Jedi, nor would I wish to. Atris has chosen instead to focus her efforts on galactic recovery. Once the galaxy breathes again, disciples will come.
Pero yo si lo intentas, no sé nada de entrenar yo.
She predicted you would say as much. She seems to know you quite well. Perhaps you are the one who knows nothing. I would welcome a chance to instruct you. I have been anxious... Oh, yes. We train extensively in various combat styles, and we have not had another target for some time. You may prove a pleasant diversion. Very well. Follow me, and we shall see if you have the endurance.
Oh, ya que estoy en el Final Fantasy
Before we
14.
begin, are you familiar with the Echani traditions?
No, ¿qué son?
All duels between us shall be without armor of any kind. There shall be no restrictions upon our movements or upon yours. Your feet are not to leave the training mat during the battle. If they do, you will lose. Also, this is not a fight to the death. Restrain your instincts when we fight, and we shall do the same.
Viendo hay que quedarse en la esfera sin blindaje y sin intentar matar.
The fight will be with hands and feet only. No stimulants, shields, weapons, or other items. Also, do not call upon any Jedi techniques during our contest. If you do, then the battle will be over. In turn, I will not use our higher forms, for this is only an opening battle between us, a test of each other's strength.
Claro, es que se supone que el Final 14 ha mejorado un huevo con todas las expansiones y movidas que le han ido añadiendo. Pero no sé, es que a mí no me llama porque es un MMO. Así que... ¿Estás listo? Yo también estoy.
Then let us begin. You have fallen. Very well. It shall be the same as before. Hands and feet only. No stim. Then let it.
This will teach you.
You have fallen. Very well. It. Then let. You have fallen.
A ver.
Seek one of us out when you wish to.
Bueno, no sé qué decirte.
Have you returned to?
Yo lo derecha que está bien. Vamos a ponerlo en automático.
You have fallen.
Y yo ya he caído. Vamos a ver con esta otra.
You are the exile.
¿Qué dijo
She
Atlas?
said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden
No
to you.
exactamente,
You turned on your
socio.
masters. That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instinct.
¿Qué? ¿En la oscura?
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your...
¿Y por qué no sigue luchando en la guerra civil?
Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with him because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the
Atrevimiento
Force.
más que habla, socio. ¿Algo
I
más?
believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. Yes,
¿Telos?
it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it.
¿Crees que es el sentimiento
Without
de Chris?
having seen you and Atris, battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline.
Pero con Atris podría eso convencerte de la verdad.
Perhaps. It may prove truer than conversing with words. In battle, the words are swept away, giving way to actions. Mercy, sacrifice. You may ask.
Pero es distinto a las demás mujeres de aquí.
I honor the face of my mother. It is not something spoken of in the
¿Que tienes una madre distinta por el mismo padre?
I do not wish to discuss it.
Disculpa, no
There's
quiero
no
contar.
need to apologize. You were merely remarking on... It is not a sensitive subject, but a subject that requires trust. There is no... You may ask.
¿Qué no es Atris? Vamos a ver. Perdón.
That is not all she says. Atris said... I believe... With that... Then her expressed feelings will have to suffice. I am aware of this. I do not doubt your combat prowess. There are many who went to war against the Mandalorians. And I honor you. I did not mean to praise you with my words. Again, you have twisted my words to attempt to provoke me. That shows a creative mind. You may... Before you go, Exile, question for you, if I may ask it. You have touched the Force. Please, I wish to know.
Mira que despierta y el latido.
I see. Thank you.
Tú buscas más preguntas. Pronto búscame las preguntas. Deberíamos de... Vamos a ponerle con esta. Vamos a abrir esto. Es una putada que nuestro personaje sea femenino porque no nos acompañará la doncella. Nos acompañará otro pavo. Vale, vamos a...
Why have you approached? You will find them in the main the particle emitter. It is not part of my duty.
Aquí estaban.
Did you find what you came for?
Depende. ¿Qué se supone que había encontrado?
There was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs...
Eres una Jedi, zona del consejo.
There is a Jedi here, perhaps, in that you are correct. Yet there are no students, and this woman, this Atris, surrounds herself with those who cannot feel the Force. Curious.
Muy curioso. Una zona galaxia y después reconstruir la otra.
Plans are fragile things, and life often dashes expectations to the ground. Perhaps students will come to her in time. For now, she is surrounded... No, her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls, trained to resist tricks of the mind. This discipline blinds them to the Force as well, even if they were Force-sensitive. Invade the mind of another. It is not something done carelessly, or when there is nothing to be gained. Very well, let us depart. He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
Pero olida la putísima vieja. Mira la nave, vamos a liberar.
I am sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness in the crash.
No hay nada que disculparse por lo que estás viendo.
I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we?
Una academia Jedi oculta en el polo norte de Telos.
This must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room, this place, it looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use. I am, General. If you wish, I may travel with you, or join you at the ship. Very well, General.
Yes.
Vamos a los puntos de fuerza de la vieja pelleja. Vale, con esto ya más o menos deberíamos poder ir tirando.
Why have you... Your ship is stored in the... You may... We serve the Jedi. Atris is the only Jedi here. This is true. You are no Jedi. Atris has made that clear. When you went to war, you gave up the mantle of the Jedi and became something else. You may ask, this was one ancient... That is a peculiar... Shortly before the destruction of Dantooine by the forces of the traitor Jedi Malak, Atris had... It was a place where the artifacts and the teachings of the Jedi could be... The Jedi Council sensed it. Master Vrook, Master Vandar. But it was too late to do much except make arrangements for evacuation. It was a dark day for the Order. Many on Dantooine did not survive, Jedi or not. Atris would not speak for many days after the attack, and we feared our mistress was lost to us. In time, she regained her voice and her strength. She brought the artifacts and the teachings of the Jedi here and has kept them safe. Yes, many relics from Dantooine, some which predate...
If these relics predate Osus, then she has saved my...
She was able to bring them here before the Academy's... Viewing the relics is not allowed. There is truth in what you say. Yet many such artifacts. But if you wish to see a few of them, speak to the last of the handmaidens. Yes, she should be in the trade. She constantly seeks to improve herself so that she... Because she is easily distracted by matters that do not concern. I will not speak of them.
Vale, pues hay que volver. Ahí que estamos, queremos ir abriendo toda esta zona. Aquello. Vamos a dar con esta carol.
You have returned.
¿Eres la última de las doncellas?
I am the last of the handmaidens. It dishonors me that they would say such a thing to an... But I cannot deny the truth in what they say. My thoughts are not... Perhaps once having known the ways of the Jedi... There is much knowledge here. There is so much about their ways of battle, their forms, their stances, that may be lost forever if the last of... I know your meaning, but I have not been clear on mine. Stance, form, discipline are a means of Yes, the methods you use to meet your opponent speak truer than any words can express. When you risk pain or death, there is no truer sacrifice or strength. It was to the Jedi traitor Malak. It was to the Jedi traitor Revan. When Telos was destroyed, it showed Malak's heart through its execution and intent. It was brutal, without finesse, but showed his commitment to defeat the Jedi. Yet with Revan, there was the same commitment, but it was a subtle thing, like weaving threads in a tapestry, or strokes upon a canvas. He spoke through battle and tactics, in a way one could never do in words. He showed his heart at Malachor V, and finally, at the end of the Jedi Civil War. I believe he was speaking to Malak in that final battle, though few knew it. Through battle, Revan was meeting betrayal with betrayal, and showing Malak the pain he had inflicted on his master. What stronger display than death for conveying one's sense of being betrayed by one's own student? Revan's anger must have been great.
To claim to know anything of Revan's choices, or what lay in his heart when Malak fell, is conceit, servant of Atris. And whether Revan had any choice in the matter at all is something else you should consider. The Force is a powerful thing to wield, or deny.
But to say that seems an untruth based on what I know of the Jedi. The Force can drive others, but there is still choice, is there not?
Ah, but at what point does the power the Force exerts submerge any attempt at choice or free will? You have taken a complicated question, servant of Atris, and you have trivialized it with your answer and lack of experience.
If there is no choice in the Force, then our teachings and our actions are for nothing, and I refuse to believe that is true. You may ask.
¿Sabes algo de las reliquias que
I know a little of them, yes. Much Jedi knowledge is stored. The Jedi relics are kept by Atris, within the walls. I will not. Atris has made her entry to her meditation chamber is forbidden. To even ask shows... Most come from Dantooine. Not all relics were able to be saved. I am not permitted to speak of such things. I have seen a few of them. Yes, they were not always in Atris's meditation chamber. There were many relics. Among them, small cubes, warm to the touch,
Holocrones.
each containing their own light.
Jedi holocrons, yet warm to the touch, you said.
Yes, and with a light about them. When held, some would speak, ask strange questions. Yes, their questions were confusing. They seemed to think I was someone else, someone's student.
Ah, of course they did. A simple misunderstanding, no doubt.
I had thought perhaps I had damaged them in some way, but I could not think of what I had done. Most not. The Jedi relics. Atris has the Jedi relics are kept. They're yeah.
Hay que seguir andando por aquí. ¡Hombre, T3!
Is this your droid? He looks badly damaged. Dissected.
T3, mi niño, ¿qué te pasó? T3, ¿estás bien? No fue culpa tuya que tomaran nada de T3. ¿Pero de qué información hablas? ¿Y por qué iba a querer lo que viento me coló de memoria? No me informas, antes de que te saque de aquí. Veremos el con Deva, ¿no? Bueno, ahí está la nuestra nave. Entrenado. Vale, ahora veremos a dónde nos toca ir.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
¿Qué pasa con T3? ¿De qué estás hablando? ¿Has descargado los archivos de Atris?
What is the machine saying?
Me gustaría también saberlo, o sea que sí. Dice que vino la grabación de mi juicio en los registros de Telos.
We seem to have found it.
Do you know why we have called you here?
Me habéis llamado para responder por mis crímenes en Malakor 5.
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malakor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
Sí, pásamelo por privado. A ver, comprendo que se le da la gran y la conquista.
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out, and so have shut yourself to the galaxy.
We feel that your true understanding of what happened at Malakor 5 will only happen in time, and it cannot happen here, near the battlegrounds where you fought.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Much defiance in that one.
You were correct, Kavar. When she was here, I felt it. It was as if she was not there, more like an echo.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. He speaks to their passions, not their sense. The war has touched them. Many of them have found themselves in the war against the Mandalorians.
It is as I feared, and I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. She has lost herself. She is no Jedi. She walked Revan's path, but she was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. She has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let her depart. She will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with her, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let her go because we must. Where she travels, she carries her destination with her.
Malakor 5 should have been her grave. You saw it in her walk, and in the Force. It was as if she was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and she cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told her the truth. A Jedi deserved to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believe was true. There is still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years we will call her before us and explain what happened to her, and how she may be healed. Until then, she must accept her journey.
But she may never discover the truth, and she will never know why we cast her out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
Ellos están de juicio, no tienen idea. Pues no me acuerdo. Si encontréis algo más, hacedmelo saber. lista de los desaparecidos. Sí, muéstrala. Maestro Brook, Tantum, Cescayel. Se llama otro señor. Acabar en Onderon. La maestra Bash está en Corland. Maestra Atlas está en Telos. Conocí a todos esos
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
Pero no hay mucha más elección. Tenemos elección, ¿saben lo que me sucedió?
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
El consejo me lo quita.
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that.
¿Y por qué no?
I don't know, General. But whatever the reason, I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete. I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need. I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart, but I did learn about their construction. We need a power cell, a matrix, lens, and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
For the last time, no. Because you're programmed to force your opponent to go first, and nothing will convince me the computer doesn't cheat. Even if I didn't have to go first and somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards, I still wouldn't play with a trash compactor.
Me está hablando de jugar al pasar con el droide.
Yeah? How many credits?
All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too.
No, hombre, no. Le quitas su encanto.
What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior.
¿Qué está pasando aquí? Ahí tenía que haber aprovechado para hacer la foto.
I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could...
A ver, déjame ver la foto de tú. Mister, ¿por qué tu personaje es Snow del Final Fantasy 13 con lo que parece un gorrito de orejas de gato? Así como concepto. Una buena idea.
Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
Tremendo bono, papu. Pues vamos a guardar. Oh, han cambiado El señor calvo con cicatrices, aquí nos han puesto un señor enmascarado con capucha y muy siniestro. Un segundito. Vamos. Vale, vamos a mutear audio del escritorio. Y vamos a... Bueno, vamos a ver rápidamente lo que se anunció el otro día en el State of Play. Doy un poquito mi opinión rápidamente y ya pues vamos cerrando. Bueno, yo cuando vi el otro día esto, 3 del 24 del 3 del 23, remake del Resident Evil 4. Y en efecto, y esto tiene una pintona espectacular. No, esto tiene una pinta brutalísima. He quitado el audio para evitar el buen copy y la silenciación en... Vale, también que va a estar... Va a haber contenido para la VR2. La versión de VR del Village. El Walking Dead TDCM también para VR a mí no me llama. El Retribution. Esto que básicamente era el No Man's Sky VR. No me llama el No Man's Sky, pues menos me va a llamar en VR. Aquí tenemos un Horizon VR. Tampoco me llama. So sorry. Señora hablando del Horizon VR. Ah, no. Señora hablando de nuevo contenido para el Horizon. Mejorando el modo de rendimiento. La posibilidad de redistribuir los puntos de habilidades. Tengo que jugarme los Horizon a todas estas. Dificultad ultra hard, que la va a jugar Supu. Opción de New Game Plus. Con nuevas armas y trofeos. Vale. Esto básicamente es llegada del Spider-Man a PC. Por tanto, jugármelo. Me enseñaron más gameplay del Stray, del juego terreno de la purna del gatete. Que es básicamente un juego de sigilo con un gatete. Puede estar guay. Y dieron fecha para julio de este año. Vale, aquí enseñará un jueguillo de terror llamado Callisto Protocol. Esto tiene toda la vibra de un Dead Space 4, pero espectacular. Tiene buena pinta para diciembre de este año. Caeré en él. Juego medio indie de skate, patinaje y no me llama. O sea, esto es el concepto de juego que a mí no me llama. Esto es una visual novel animu con poderes, con movidas fragunas. ¿Caeré? Muy probable. Altamente probable. Vamos a dejar esto un ratillo. Esto tiene pinta chula. El Eternights para 2023 se va. No, esto fue el trailer ya de gameplay del Street Fighter 6. No me llaman los Street Fighter. O sea, no me he jugado ningún Street Fighter. Creo que jugué una vez uno en una circunstancia un poco rara y algún día les contaré. Pero es que todo lo que está rolando un poco a este es como que me llama menos. Es que es una cosa rara esto, o sea, no. No, es que no me llama. Anuncio de llegada del Tunic a Play. Juego que no me llama. O sea, sé que es un Zelda con el este que está súper mono tal. El Gati de este año es el del gatete, ¿no? El juego este de la bicicleta es como, no me llama. O sea, sinceramente, para jugarme esto, me juego un Life is Strange que la historia sí sé que está muy guay, el Life is Strange, pero esto es como una cosa un poco rara. Como no me termina ni de... Vale, y aquí ya enseñaron gameplay del Final Fantasy XVI, que es lo que estaba comentando Lacos por el chat. A ver, visualmente se ve brutalísimo. O sea, pinta tocho. Pero luego habrá que ver si la historia está guay y si las mecánicas de combate están guay. Yo probé la demo del Stranger in Paradise y no me terminó de molar. Por esa razón no he caído en ese juego. Y con esto se cerraba, ¿no? Para veranito del año que viene. Sí, con esto se cerraba. Pues de aquí lo que me motivó fue el remake del Resident Evil 4. Mejoritas para... Las mejoritas para el Forbidden West. Que el Spider-Man llegue a PC, porque es algo guay. Aunque no he jugado el juego y yo ya lo tengo en Play. A lo mejor no lo acabo hasta pillando en PC. Quién sabe. El Stray, que está pinta chulo, pinta entretenido, y el Calisto. Después del Calisto no hubo... Bueno, y el Eternite. Después como no... Bueno, tiene sus cositas, tiene sus cositas. En fin, gente. Voy a hacer una raid. Se la voy a hacer a los chicos de Persona Spain, que están negándole muy fuerte al Persona 2. Editar esto. No, editar raid. A ver. Y ahora seguiré viéndome tremendas temporadas de Power Rangers para preparar la partida que empezamos ya un mes o menos. Más o menos, depende de las fechas del grupo. De hecho, ahora a ver si ya voy cuadrando los grupos. Pues nada, gente. Nos vemos probablemente mañana con más. Y mañana veré si seguimos con KOTOR o retomamos el Arceus. Un saludo y hasta luego. Chao.